This is AEP 858, Data Analysis and Assessment, Module 17. So for the visual that I created, it's a quick cycle that just goes through the steps that I felt were important after learning all the information from this course. These were some of the steps that I thought would be important when going through a data analysis protocol. So the first step would be to set goals. So what goals do we want to set that align with our building goals? Next would be to assess. So what kind of assessments are we going to be doing? Are we going to be assessing students? Are we going to be assessing teachers? Are we going to be assessing families? So those are some questions to consider when we are assessing. The next step would be to organize and analyze. So what specific data do we want to look at? And then we need to have a plan on how we want to analyze it. So are we going to be putting it into an Excel spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet? How are we going to collect that data? And then how are we going to share it with one another? Then we need to create a plan of action. So what steps do we need to take in order to get to our goals? And then finally is the reflection piece. So after looking at all of the steps that we have done, then what steps can we do in order to obtain our goals? So is there anything that we need to change, and then do we need to set new goals? And then start the process all over. So I have created a quick graphic organizer that teams can use when they are assessing data. So this can be used in building, during building leadership meetings, during PLC meetings. Any type of groups could use this within the school. So some of the questions to consider when setting goals: what does the goal, how does the goal align with the overall goal? How will we know that we met our goal? When we assess, what type of assessment will we use? And then how will we assess? Will we assess in small group, whole group, individually? Organize and analyze. So how will we organize our data? What specific priority standard are we assessing if we are assessing something academically? What specific features are we looking at? And then how will we organize that? Then creating a plan of actions. What are the next steps to help reach our goal? What does each team member need to do in order to help reach the goal? And what is the deadline for these steps? So when we have set up a plan of action, everyone knows what their role is, and then when those goals or when those steps need to be completed. And then finally, for the reflection piece, did the assessment adequately measure what we had intended? And how can we improve the teaching and learning cycle based off of this information?